Welcome to Mr. English Cafe. Did you know that the average person scrolls through 300 feet of content every single day? That is the height of the Statue of Liberty every single day. Think about your morning. Did you wake up and look at the sunrise, or was the first thing you saw a bright screen filled with other people's lives? Let me ask you, when was the last time you sat in silence for 10 minutes without reaching for your phone because you felt bored? If that question makes you feel uneasy, you aren't alone. Today, we're talking about what happens when you finally put the screen down. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Joe. I am so happy you are here with me today. Today's topic is very close to my heart, the 7-day social media detox. We live in a world that is always on, but sometimes, to move forward, we have to switch off. Before we dive into my personal journey of rewiring my brain, please take a second to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps this community grow, and I want us to keep learning together. Ready? Let's get into it. So, let's be honest. Why did I do this? Last week, I realized I was ghost scrolling. You know what that is? It's when you open an app, look at it for 20 minutes, close it, and then without thinking you open the exact same app again 2 seconds later. My brain was on autopilot. I felt tired, anxious, and like I was falling behind in life, even though nothing was actually wrong. The first 2 days were the hardest. I felt a twitch in my thumb. I would reach for my pocket every time I waited for coffee or sat on the bus. It felt like I was missing a limb. I realized I didn't know how to just be anymore. I was using my phone to escape the present moment. By day 4, something strange happened. The noise in my head started to get quiet. When I saw a beautiful sunset, my first thought wasn't I need to take a photo for Instagram. My first thought was, wow, the sky is beautiful. I started to notice small things, the sound of birds, the smell of the rain, the way my tea felt warm in my hands. I was actually living my life instead of recording it. By day 7, my focus was back. I read a whole book. I finished tasks in 1 hour that usually took me 3. My brain felt clean. I wasn't comparing my behind-the-scenes life to everyone else's highlight reel. I felt at peace. During my week off, I spent a lot of time reading about 2 very different, very wise men. I want to share their wisdom with you because it explains exactly why we feel so drained by our screens. First, let's talk about Henry David Thoreau. He was a philosopher who famously moved to a small cabin in the woods to live simply, he said. The price of anything is the amount of life you exchange for it. Think about that deeply. Everything in life has a hidden cost. Let's look at a real-life example. Imagine you spend hours every night watching reels of people traveling. You think it's free because the app is free. But Thoreau would say that reels cost you 2 hours of your life. In those 2 hours, you could have learned to cook a new meal, called your mother, or simply rested. When we scroll, we are paying with our most precious currency, time. Next, we have Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th U.S. president. He was a man of great action, but he understood a deep truth about the human heart. Comparison is the thief of joy. In the real world, this happens every time you open a social app. You might be having a perfectly nice Tuesday eating a sandwich. Then you see a photo of an old school friend on a yacht in Italy. Suddenly, your sandwich tastes like cardboard and your life feels small. Roosevelt is telling us that the moment we start measuring our lives against others, we steal our own happiness. The detox reminded me that my life is enough, even if no one likes it. If you feel overwhelmed, you don't have to quit forever. Here is a deeper look at how to actually change your habits. 1. The morning golden hour. This means no phone for the first 60 minutes after you wake up. Why? Because when you check your phone immediately, you let the world decide your mood. You see an angry email or a sad news story, and your day is ruined before it begins. By waiting an hour, you build an inner fortress, you drink your coffee, you think your own thoughts, and you start the day as the boss of your own mind. 2. Delete the time waster app. We all have that one app, maybe it's TikTok, Instagram, or X that feels like a black hole. You go in for 1 minute and come out an hour later. I suggest deleting it for just 24 hours. This creates friction. Usually, your finger moves to the app automatically. When the app isn't there, your brain wakes up and asks, "Wait, why was I looking for that?" It breaks the physical habit. 3. Create physical distance. Our brains are wired to notice things in our field of vision. If your phone is on the table during dinner, a part of your brain is always waiting for it to light up. This is called divided attention. To improve, put your phone in a drawer or another room. When you can't see it, your brain finally relaxes. You will find that your conversations become deeper and your work becomes much faster because you aren't fighting the urge to check a notification. To wrap things up, the 7-day detox taught me that I am not my followers, my likes, or my notifications. I am a person who deserves to be present in my own life. Technology is a great tool, but it is a terrible master. Don't let a piece of glass and metal control your happiness. You are allowed to disappear for a while to find yourself again. Thank you so much for listening today. We've talked about the twitch of addiction, the peace of silence, and how to reclaim your time. Before you go, I want you to think about this. If you deleted all your social media today, what hobbies or passions would you finally have time to pursue? Write your answer down or just sit with it for a moment. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, like, and share it with a friend who might need a break. Be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining us. In this podcast, you've learned the following. Let's read aloud. The price of anything is the amount of life you exchange for it. The price of anything is the amount of life you exchange for it. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Autopilot. The pilot switched the airplane to autopilot once they reached a safe cruising altitude. I was so exhausted this morning that I drove to the office on autopilot and barely remembered the drive. When doing repetitive chores, your brain often goes on autopilot to save mental energy. Yacht. The billionaire spent his summer vacation sailing around the Mediterranean on his luxury yacht. They rented a private yacht to celebrate their wedding anniversary with a sunset cruise. The harbor was filled with beautiful yachts of all sizes during the annual boat show. Feel free to read it aloud. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment below.